with and without the ball. You got it? Let's run. In transition, shot, and a goal.
Founded in 1789, Georgetown University is the nation's oldest Catholic and Jesuit university. Located above the banks of the Potomac River in beautiful downtown Washington, D.C., Georgetown has rich historical roots that intertwine with those of the nation itself. The Georgetown University men's lacrosse program exemplifies persistence, pride, tradition, and diversity. Combining those qualities with determination, hard work, and the ultimate sense of team purpose has earned Georgetown a key position among the very best Division I lacrosse programs in the country. This year, Coach Dave Urich led the Georgetown Hoyas men's lacrosse team for his 21st season. During his tenure, Coach Urich has established Georgetown University as one of the elite lacrosse programs in the country. In his 30 seasons as a head coach, Urich has cultivated 97 players who have earned All-American accolades, has helped 61 different players to be named All-League honors, and has led the Hoyas to the NCAA tournament 11 times. Coach Urich has been inducted to 4 Halls of Fame and is one of the most respected and revered coaches in the game of lacrosse.
The goals of the program here at Georgetown in our lacrosse program really never waver much from one year to the next. We aspire to be one of the top programs in the country and to compete now for a Big East championship and to move on and compete for an NCAA championship. And that is something that the players aspire to. The coaching staff certainly supports that approach, and that will never waver. One of the significant reasons why this program's enjoyed the success that we have over a long period of time is the stability and the commitment, and certainly the contribution that our assistant coaches make to the program. And Matt Rienzo and Scott Urich are just so immersed in this program that it's inconceivable to me sometimes, the time and effort that they put in, the commitment they make to this program. It's a heart and soul approach for sure. And Jesse Miller comes to us as a volunteer coach, devotes a tremendous amount of his own personal time and energy, does a great job with us in any number of areas, but particularly working with our face-off people. I just can't say enough about those 3 young men and what they add to our program, and I know the players certainly appreciate their efforts.
You understand? Play hard, play fast, and play together. You got that? Savor the experience, you understand? Savor it. Let's go.
Georgetown University strives to play one of the toughest schedules in the country, competing against some of the best programs in Division I lacrosse. Let's take a closer look at the Georgetown University men's lacrosse team in action during the 2010 season.
The attack end of the field this year was certainly a strength for us. We were led obviously by Craig Dowd and Ricky Morabito, 2 very seasoned veterans that were able to give us great leadership at that end of the field. And the contribution from 2 freshmen was very significant. Travis Como and Davey Emla played significant minutes. And Ryan Schuler, who started out playing on attack and playing very well at that end of the field, and then was versatile enough and athletic enough by the end of the year to move into a midfield role and do equally well there.
This season on attack, the Hoyas were led by 4 players: Dowd, Morabito, Schuler, and Como. Senior number 12, Craig Dowd, had a great season, leading the Hoyas in assists, dishing out 31 to his fellow teammates while scoring 13 goals. Dowd was the quarterback on attack and exhibited unbelievable leadership as a team captain. Dowd was selected first team All-Big East and was selected by the Long Island Lizards in the Major League Lacrosse Draft. His contributions and leadership will be missed in the 2011 season. Junior number 6, Ricky Morabito, had a very solid 2010 campaign despite suffering an injury. Ricky played in 12 games, scoring 24 goals and 5 assists. Morabito is a well-rounded player who dodges, shoots, and feeds extremely well. Ricky has been highly productive through his whole career, and his leadership and ability will be heavily counted on in 2011. Junior number 22, Ryan Schuler, is a hard worker who brings 100% all the time. This season, Schuler scored 9 goals and had 6 assists. Schuler is a tenacious competitor who switched to midfield halfway through the season. Schuler will be looked upon to make a major contribution in 2011. Number 44, Travis Como had an impressive freshman campaign. Como started in 7 games, scored 25 goals, and had 5 assists. Como stepped up to become one of the top goal-scoring threats while also becoming a mainstay on the extra man unit. The combination of Como, Mirabito, and Schuler will provide a solid foundation for the attack in 2011. The attack and extra man unit also saw valuable contributions from number 46, Davey Emola. Davey stepped up to score 2 hat tricks, including a huge one against Navy. Emola played valuable minutes and will be looked upon for increased productivity in 2011.
Trying to power his way in. He shoots and scores.
Also playing on the extra man unit was junior number 4, David Shriver. An excellent team player, Shriver is known for bringing a lot of energy and enthusiasm to the team in games and in every practice.
We continue to be blessed with a really significant and impressive talent at the midfield. This 2010 team was anchored by a blue midfield of Scott Kosis and Andrew Brancaccio and Max Seligman. They were truly, I think, one of the better midfield units in the country. They're combined for 55 total goals. 3 of the more talented midfielders that have ever played for Georgetown, for sure.
Scott Kosis and Andrew Brancaccio have been mainstays at the midfield for the Hoyas for 4 years, and their contributions will be remembered for years to come. Number 16, Scott Kosis had a breakout year at midfield. Contributing as a team captain, Kosis was a great leader for the Hoyas and a well-balanced player at the midfield position. Kosis was always guarded by a long pole and still managed to score 16 goals and 13 assists, the high point total at the midfield. This season, he was awarded USILA Third Team All-American, First Team All-Big East, and was selected by the Long Island Lizards in the Major League Lacrosse Draft. Number 8, Andrew Brancaccio has run on the first midfield for 4 years. The 2-time All-American has scored 85 goals in his career. This season was no exception as Brancaccio scored 25 goals and was a dangerous weapon on the extra man unit. Brancaccio is a very talented shooter and a powerful offensive threat. For his play this season, he was named USILA Honorable Mention All-American and Second Team All-Big East. He was selected by the Toronto Nationals during the Major League Lacrosse Draft. Number 10, Max Seligman came onto the first midfield line in the second half of the season. Seligman plays exceptionally well at both ends of the field and was counted on at the end of games on offense or defense. Seligman had a season full of big plays, including the game-winning goal in overtime against Navy.
And wins it for Georgetown.
Scoring 14 goals in 2010, Seligman will be a go-to player for Georgetown in the 2011 campaign. Number 1, Zach Guy scored 3 goals and had 11 assists. Zach had very solid production for a freshman. He is a very good feeder and a very poised and productive player behind the goal. Zach will be looked upon for a major contribution in 2011. Sophomore, number 13, Zach Angel is a tough player who provided offensive punch on the second midfield line. Scoring 7 goals and having 1 assist, Angel is a skilled dodger with exceptional speed and quickness. Junior Stu Shannon and freshman Brian Casey, Jason McFadden, and Dan McKinney all rotated as midfielders on the second line and gained valuable experience for the future. The defensive midfield position is one of the most important positions in lacrosse, and Georgetown was blessed with a tremendous core of D-middies. Senior number 9, Chris Scaville, had a phenomenal season, playing especially well on the wing on faceoffs and on ground balls. Scaville scored 2 goals and had 3 assists with an impressive 71 ground balls. Scaville was Georgetown's top D-middie, top between-the-lines guy, top wing guy, and earned second-team All-Big East honors. His tenacity and effort will surely be missed. Sophomore, number 41, Jerry Riley improved a great deal over the course of the season and played a major role toward the end of the year. Riley is a great athlete with exceptional hustle, work ethic, and defensive ability. The coaches will point to Riley for major production down the road on the hilltop. Sophomores Francis McDonough and Kurt Watkinson also provided valuable depth at the short stick D-mid position, along with Eric Reinhardt, who contributed as a man-down D-midi as well as a clearing midi. Brian Tabb had a breakout year on the Faceoff X, taking on 315 faceoffs, winning 55%. Tabb also picked up a team-high 82 ground balls on the year. Adding depth to the face-off position was freshman number 32, Patrick Murray. Murray faced off with a long stick, winning 53%. Murray made a significant impact in the Navy game, scoring a huge goal on his very first face-off shift of his career.
In transition, shot and a goal! Nicely done in transition.
Chris Nixon and Eric McNeese were two athletes at the defensive end of the field that what I look at is what we call glue guys. You know, they're just guys that hold your unit together. Dan Hostetler and Brendan McNeese rounded out that group of defensemen that played the majority of the minutes for us.
Senior number 7, Chris Nixon, drew the assignment of opposing teams' best players. Nixon had a phenomenal year for the Hoyas, scoring 3 goals and notching 1 assist while scooping up 43 ground balls. Nixon did a tremendous job stopping the other team's best player game in and game out. Nixon was a versatile player, switching between close defense and playing as a long stick D-midi, creating turnovers and transition for the Hoyas. Nixon was awarded USILA Honorable Mention All-American accolades. He was selected first team All-Big East and also named Big East Defensive Player of the Year. Chris was selected by the Boston Cannons in this year's Major League Lacrosse draft. Senior number 5, Eric McNeese, started in most games this season despite a significant shoulder injury. McNeese was the team leader on defense with exceptional communication and team defense while guarding the opposing team's best off-ball player. Junior number 23, Dan Hostetler, had a breakout season in 2010. Hostetler started in every game this season, predominantly playing as a close defenseman and as a long stick D-midi. Able to bump up top or play down low, Hostetler is an athletic and versatile player who is very good with the ball and the stick. Hostetler will be looked upon to play a significant role once again in 2011. Number 38, Brennan McNeese, gained valuable experience as a freshman and made a significant contribution as a close defenseman. McNeese was relied on more and more as the season progressed, and he will be looked upon to be a big-time player in the future. Freshman number 14, Chris Norris, added depth to the long stick D-mid position, playing in 10 games and demonstrating a great work ethic. Adding depth to the close defense was sophomore number 26, Pat Schmitz. Schmitz was called upon to play a lot of minutes this season and took advantage when those opportunities presented themselves. Senior number 11, Jack Davis, had a gutsy year, playing through injuries all season. Davis still managed to play in 9 games and recorded 74 saves. Sophomore number 50, C.T. Fisher, played in 9 games as well and performed very well when called into action. The duo of Jack Davis and C.T. Fisher were selfless in their approach, and they consistently put the team first ahead of themselves.
The goal is a key position, and C.T. was able to come off the bench and give us some tremendous support. And Jack, when healthy, was one of the better goalies out there. And we certainly lean heavily on that position, as any team does that aspires to play at the level we do. And we look forward to having both of those guys back.
Each year, team awards are presented to select members of Georgetown University men's lacrosse team, who through their performance and conduct on and off the field set themselves apart from their peers and earn the respect of their team and coaching staff. This year's team awards were presented to the following players: William Corcoran Memorial Trophy, Team Most Valuable Player, Scott Kosas. William Corcoran Memorial Trophy, Team Most Valuable Player, Chris Nixon. Bernard and Sarah Giewers Award, Team Offensive MVP, Craig Dowd. Bernard and Sarah Giewers Award, Team Defensive MVP, Chris Gaville. Coaches Award, Andrew Brancaccio. Jason Prof. Decker Unsung Hero Award, Ricky Mirabito. Most Improved Award, Eric Bignese. Outstanding Freshman Award, Travis Como.
There is a very unique, I think, and very special element to the men's lacrosse program at Georgetown University, and it's one that certainly goes, I think, unrecognized, but certainly not unappreciated, and that is the role that our parents play. The support that they provide their young men prior to, building up to, and certainly during the game is really unique, and I think a very special part of our program. And our parents are really a wonderful group. We certainly do appreciate and want to make sure we recognize the fact that these parents are a key part of this program and make it very special. There's no doubt that the success of any program that aspires to compete at the level we do relies heavily on your seniors, and this year's group was certainly no exception. I learned a long time ago that you stand on the shoulders of those that came before us, and certainly our players need to understand that and realize that the guys coming back are going to be standing on the shoulders of these young men that leave us, and we certainly appreciate their efforts.